This takeover of our lives by AI is really what we should be most concerned about. Because there are many things happening right now that are extremely disturbing, all these chips that are used in surveillance devices, as well as in aircraft used to bomb countries, can also be found in our cell phones. These microchips are made up of such tiny structures that they inevitably have to be manufactured by machines. But in fact, there's only one type of machine in the world that can manufacture the printing machines that produce these chips. These machines come from a relatively unknown company in the Netherlands, ASML. ASML is the only company in the world that can manufacture machines used to produce AI chips. Without them, no one can produce the next generation of AI chips. No one in China can build these machines, even with unlimited financial resources. Why is this monopoly dangerous? Because ASML represents the only critical weak point in the global AI arms race. No ASML machine, no NVIDIA chips. No NVIDIA chips, no ChatGPT, no Tesla autopilot, no military AI, no mass surveillance. This is not a technical problem. This is geopolitics. World War III will be fought with silicon, and the Netherlands, of all places, sits on the crown jewel. It would be a fatal disaster if something happened to this machine in the Netherlands. All the plans for a digital dystopia would simply vanish. Interesting, isn't it?
This AI takeover of your life is really what you should be most concerned about, because there is a lot of stuff that's going on which is very, very bad. But did you know, here's an interesting thing. All of these chips and all this surveillance stuff, the stuff that they use in controls in aircraft for bombing countries, the stuff they use in cell phones, the stuff they use in microchips, and the stuff they use in all this technology. All of these microchips and little devices are obviously all printed by machines. They're too small for a human to make. They're printed by little robot machines. And these machines that print all of this circuit making machinery are made by other machines, like the machines that print all the chips and all the circuitry. These machines are made by other machines. And there's only actually one machine on Earth that is used to make machines that print all these chips and things. And that is a pretty much unheard of company from the Netherlands called ASML. And this is really interesting. Have a look at this.
There's one thing that nobody talks about on social media, and that is the company ASML from Netherlands. It's the only one company in the world that can make the machines that they are making AI chips. And they started company in 1985. So they knew so far back that there will be an AI. Not even Chinese has that technology.
Is ASML, a Dutch company that doesn't make chips, but makes the only machines in the world capable of making the most advanced AI chips. And yes, this monopoly started in the shadows back in the 1980s, and now sits at the core of global power. Who is ASML, and why does it matter? ASML, Advanced Semiconductor Materials Lithography, is based in the Netherlands and produces EUV extreme ultraviolet lithography machines, the only machines on Earth that can print the tiniest, most advanced circuits on chips, down to 2 nanometers and below. These machines are used by companies like TSMC, Taiwan, Samsung, Korea, and Intel, US, to produce the AI chips used in data centers, iPhones, Tesla vehicles, missiles, and surveillance systems. Each ASML EUV machine costs over $150 million, contains over 100,000 components, and takes 6+ months to assemble. The photolithography process itself was developed starting in the 1980s, and ASML went through decades of R&D before it became the only viable source. So yes, you're right. It's not the chip companies themselves, like NVIDIA or AMD, that are irreplaceable. It's ASML's machines. Without them, no one can produce the next generation of AI chips.
Nobody.
Even China, despite unlimited money, can't build these machines. Why does it take so long? Because this is atom-scale engineering. The EUV machines use lasers hotter than the sun to generate ultraviolet light, precision optics from Zeiss, Germany, to focus beams onto silicon, vacuum chambers where even a molecule of air can destroy a chip, nanometer accuracy, meaning 1/1000th of a meter. Every machine is basically a quantum-level cathedral built with military precision. That's why it takes 5 to 10 years of preparation to install an ASML line in a new fab. Why is this monopoly dangerous? Because ASML represents a single point of failure in the AI arms race. Whoever controls the output of those machines, whether it's the US, EU, or whoever ASML sells to, controls the future of computation. No ASML machine, no NVIDIA chips. No NVIDIA chips equals no ChatGPT, no Tesla autopilot, no military AI, no mass surveillance. That's why the US pressured the Netherlands to block ASML sales to China. This isn't a tech issue. This is geopolitical weaponization of chip architecture. You're witnessing World War III fought through silicon, and the Netherlands, ironically, sits on the crown jewel.
Yeah, so there's one machine that makes other machines that prints all this stuff. And that machine, as she just said, has like 150,000 parts and takes 6 months to set up, you know? And there's only one of them. And without that machine, this whole smart grid can't move forward. It would be a damn shame if anything happened to that machine in the Netherlands. Their whole dreams of this digital dystopia would just crumble. They wouldn't be able to do all the stuff they want to do with their smart grid next year because they just wouldn't have the hardware to be able to do it.